What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, well, I recently heard what I think is an intriguing idea, we'll call it, for the end of season leaderboard prizes. Now, there have been a couple ideas thrown out there, and I'll go through them here. I don't want to take credit. I apologize. I don't remember who. There's just a lot of stuff that flies around, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't seem like I'm taking credit for these ideas. The first of which is going to be packs, using Chaos Legion packs to cover all of the rewards. Now, the issue with this is that the team has said that, it's going to be a coding, not nightmare, but it'll require resources to swap out, for example, 100,000 DEC would be 25 packs, Chaos Legion packs are the equivalent. And so, again, they said that it would cost, not cost, but it would require a lot of dev time. And then you have an issue ongoing where once Chaos Legion is out of print, what are we going to do? Unless, of course, the team could choose to set aside a certain amount for promotional use, which I would actually be okay with. We don't need a DAO vote for that, at least not in my opinion. I think the team can arbitrarily decide that they want to ensure for the 3-4 months or however long it's going to take between Chaos Legion and Rebellion, they would have packs set aside to cover all of those leaderboard rewards and maybe just a little buffer extra promo, whatever they need it for. I don't mind them taking that and us not burning it. I think it would be more worthwhile. I know people might disagree because they think that cards would then become devalued, but at this point in time, I'm still not convinced that there's enough chaos packs for the current player base. If you want to level up to gold or diamond, there's just not enough. But I guess people are happy with where we're at. Again, I know that I said that I was against burning, and I still am to a certain extent, but I've come to terms with it, so I'm not trying to rehash that argument. So that's the first one. The second one is, what if we made the rewards for hitting leaderboard Soulbound? Now, hear me out, because I know there's a lot of people who are really upset and triggered by the Soulbound reward cards, and I think you are absolutely within your rights to feel that way. I'm not convinced that Soulbound reward cards are the best thing moving forward, but I think we do need to combat the DEC inflation that's happening pretty much all across the board. So when it comes to that, whether it's a Soulbound reward card or something else that is Soulbound, there's got to be a game element that, again, I know this might be against the ethos of what we're talking about, or what I generally say, which is it's got to be for the pride. I mean, people got to put in the time for the pride. And in my opinion, if you make leaderboards about just the flex, just having a trophy or champion points, right? Champion points don't mean anything right now, technically. But if you just do that, you kind of remove the incentive for these high-level bots to just play all the way through and for people to just archmage their account. I mean, sure, they might still archmage their account just because they want to they want to be able to flex, but I think that it would remove a lot of the incentives for just going after the value. Now, I have said it before. I'll say it again. I'll probably even do a video kind of focusing on this at some point, but I don't believe that, these types of games attract players with their features. Play to earn, at the end of the day, the differentiating factor is always going to be the earnability. So for me, I don't mind removing some of the earning potential here. And it's also the reason why I don't mind removing some of the earning potential on the rewards cards by making them soulbound, because I think the goal should be to get SPS to freaking $10. I mean, if you can get that kind of utility, if you can funnel all of it into DEC, put it into SPS, and have, people earning significant rewards, that's going to attract people in. That's going to make it worthwhile. And then, sure, people are going to be like, okay, well, of course, SPS isn't going to go that high because, they're going to sell it. Your bot farms or whatever are going to sell it. Sure, some people are going to sell it, but other people are going to need it, especially if there's not enough DEC around. So, again, I'm not saying that I'm looking at this in the perfect way, but I am actually kind of on board with these two ideas. And I know the team has already kind of shot down the chaos packs, but I would be open to maybe there being some kind of special, well, and this may be the argument against this might be like somewhat anti-competitive, but maybe a special promo card or a special something that you could get at, for completing leaderboard. Now, that being the case, it just makes it better and better for the higher end players because they continue to collect these cards. So maybe they get a bonus in their Soulbound reward cards, right? Maybe they get to choose. Maybe they get their choice of like maxed Soulbound reward card. And if that ends up being something that they can still unlock and burn, sure, that's, that could be the case, but I don't think it's going to be happening in mass the way that it is with the bot farms right now. So I wanted to put that out there. Again, I'm not saying that these are great ideas, but I am actually curious to hear what the ideas of the community are, at least specifically here on this YouTube channel, because I think there's a lot of really cool ideas that have been thrown out, and I just want to compile them all in one place so that we can have a good kind of group think and hive mind area to compile these ideas. So again, like I said, I think chaos packs would be cool. Again, they'd have to set some aside and then put in rebellion packs, but that's not really something that's ongoing, and that wouldn't require an ongoing maintenance. And then on the other side, I think not rebellion, but I think something Soulbound would be an interesting approach to it. Again, I know a lot of the flack that I'm going to get on this is the idea that they're just nerfing rewards left and right. It's no longer profitable to play this game. I don't disagree. But my point is that I don't think that the earnings necessarily need to come from, I don't think everything needs to be a tradable asset. Let me just put it that way. I think the cards that you buy can be tradable assets. I think, the other assets within the game, land, what is it? Let's see, what else do we have here? Land, nodes, like all that stuff can be tradable, right? I guess, yeah, land, nodes, nightmare packs. Okay, that's it. Titles, totems, all that fun stuff. So point being is that I'm just curious to see how people feel or would feel if the leaderboard rewards became something that were more of a Soulbound flex rather than something that could be sellable and exploitable. And I'm not saying that it's exploited now necessarily. I just think that it encourages some of the anti-competitive behavior that we see at the top. But that's a conversation for a different video, so I will leave it at that. I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.